Ending a lease contract, whether residential or commercial, can be a complex process that requires careful attention to the lease terms, legal requirements, and timing. Below, you'll find a comprehensive guide to help you successfully terminate a lease agreement. 1. Review your lease agreement. Before taking any action, thoroughly review your lease agreement to understand the specific terms and conditions related to early termination. Pay attention to termination clause. Look for any clauses that outline the process for ending the lease early. Notice period. Identify how much notice you are required to give before terminating the lease. Penalties and fees. Check for any penalties or fees associated with breaking the lease early. 2. Understand your legal obligations. Familiarize yourself with local landlord-tenant laws, which can vary significantly depending on your location. These laws may dictate the required notice period and other obligations you must fulfill when terminating a lease. 3. Notify your landlord or property manager. Written notice. Provide a written notice to your landlord or property manager indicating your intention to end the lease. Ensure the notice includes your name and address, the date of the notice, the intended move-out date, your reason for terminating the lease, if required. Delivery. Method. Follow the lease agreement's instructions on how to deliver the notice, whether by mail, email, or in person. Keep a copy for your records. 4. Negotiate with your landlord. If you need to break the lease early, consider negotiating with your landlord to reach a mutually agreeable solution. Subleasing. Offer to find a new tenant to take over the lease. Subleasing, provided it's allowed in your lease agreement. Early termination fee. Propose paying an early termination fee that covers a portion of the remaining rent to compensate the landlord. Buyout agreement. Discuss a lease buyout agreement where you pay a lump sum to terminate the lease without further obligations. 5. Prepare for move-out. Cleaning and repairs. Clean the property thoroughly and make any necessary repairs to return it to its original condition, minus normal wear and tear. Inspection. Schedule a move-out inspection with your landlord to address any issues and document the property's condition. 6. Return keys and property. On your move-out day, return all keys, access cards, and any other property provided by the landlord. Ensure you receive a receipt or acknowledgement of returned items. 7. Manage utilities and services. Disconnect utilities. Arrange for the disconnection or transfer of utilities, such as electricity, water, gas, and internet, as applicable. Notify service providers. Inform your service providers, including mail forwarding, of your new address. 8. Request security deposit refund. Written request. Submit a written request to your landlord for the return of your security deposit. Itemized deductions. If any deductions are taken from the deposit for damages or unpaid rent, request an itemized list of these charges as required by law. 9. Document everything. Maintain thorough documentation throughout the lease termination process. Copies of all notices and correspondence, photographs of the property's condition before and after move-out, receipts for repairs, cleaning and fees paid common considerations. Verbal agreements. Always get written confirmation of any verbal agreements or changes to the lease terms. Roommates. If you have roommates, ensure they are aware of your plans to terminate the lease and coordinate accordingly. Lease. Transfer. Some leases allow for a lease transfer, assignment, where a new tenant takes over the lease under the same terms. Check your lease agreement if this option is available. Ending a lease contract requires careful planning and adherence to legal and contractual obligations. By following these steps, you can ensure a smooth and compliant termination process. Always communicate openly with your landlord and keep detailed records to protect your interests.